What's up, everybody? Emceemur here, and welcome back to another episode of video game prices in the 90s and today. Had a great time on the first episode, and we're back for more. Got some more receipts, some more games that were purchased back then. I'm ready to look at some games and some numbers. So the first game we're going to take a look at today is Hard Drivin' on the Sega Genesis. Complete in the box, in fantastic shape. This is a game I spent countless hours on in the arcade and at home. We used to rent this one every weekend. It was so much fun just to wreck the cars and see the instant replays, and God, we would laugh so hard. And of course you had the big Hot Wheels loop in there. Just a really neat game. It may not hold up today, but I still am very happy to have a copy of this complete. Also on this invoice we have Faxanadu for the NES. Complete in the box in fantastic, darn near gradable condition. This is such a neat game. It's not one that gets talked about a lot. It almost has some Zelda 2 overtones in there, but it very much does its own thing. If you haven't played Faxanadu, I do highly recommend that you give it a shot. Now, you don't need me to tell you about this one. Mega Man on the NES. Mega Man 2 was the first Mega Man I officially owned. And as I've said in previous videos, I got most of my NES time in by trading my Sega systems to friends that had Nintendos for the week or the month, and then I would rent all the NES I could stand. So while I have a great history with this game, I didn't actually own it till much later on. You might be surprised at what I paid. Same situation with this game. Metroid on the NES. Again, you don't need me to tell you about Metroid, and it was a game that I spent countless hours on. We were a Sega household growing up though, so I never actually owned an NES till later on in the 90s. I borrowed them plenty and we rented plenty, and this was a game that I played a lot of but didn't own until much later. And again, you may be surprised at what I paid. So let's take a look at these four on this invoice, dated February the 3rd, 1997. First off, we've got Hard Drivin' on the Sega Genesis. Complete, we paid $17.95. Seems a little high for that. We'll have to see on that one. But Faxanadu now, complete in box, in fantastic condition. The low price of only $4.95. I'm very interested to see where the numbers went on that one. And of course, Mega Man on the NES at $14.95. By today's standards, I think we did all right. And Metroid for the NES coming in at only $6.95. Let's take a look at the numbers and see how they did. Last and certainly not least, The Punisher, complete in box for the NES. Now, even though this is LJN, I would still highly recommend it. This was a fun game. It was kind of a rail shooter, but it was true to form with the Punisher storyline, the villains. You know, it was fun to play, and I did spend a lot of time with it. It's unique for what it is, and Punisher was always one of my favorite comic book heroes. You gotta give this one a shot if you haven't already. So here we have The Punisher for the Nintendo Entertainment System, complete in box. I paid $6.95 for it, February 13th, 1997. Now, it is complete in box. I'll be interested to see where the value went on this thing over the years. Man, it is such a trip looking back at some of these receipts and seeing what I paid for some of these great games back in the day. It's a trip down memory lane, specifically, for me to see how my collection evolved at that point. And it's very interesting to look and see what those games are doing now in terms of value. I hope that you're enjoying the series so far. And I hope that you're going to comment below what you think about the series so far, what you think about this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I had a great time making it. I want you to like this video. If you have not already dropped a like on this video, I want you to drop a like on this video. And if you have not already done so, I hope that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show and hit that notification bell so you will always be in the know when the live streams are going live and when the new episodes are there and fresh for you to check out. Can't wait for the next episode. I hope you all will join me. Emceemur signing out for now, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.